If you're listening to this message right now, it is not by accident. Somehow, in a world full of noise, full of distractions, full of confusion and uncertainty, your spirit was guided here. Maybe you don't even know why you clicked. Maybe you were scrolling. Maybe you were searching for an answer. Or maybe you just felt a pull, a whisper, a nudge in your heart that said, "Stop here. This is for you." And I want you to know something from the very beginning. You were right to stay. Because this message marks the beginning of a shift that heaven has been preparing for you for a long, long time. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it fully. But everything around you, your thoughts, your emotions, your reality is in the middle of a quiet transformation. You are stepping out of a chapter that drained you and walking into a chapter that is going to restore you. There were seasons where you felt forgotten, abandoned, misunderstood, or even punished. But what you didn't know is that you were being prepared to carry more, prepared to understand more, prepared to become more. There were battles you fought in silence, nights you cried in places nobody could see, moments where you were strong for everyone while you were breaking inside, and yet you're still here. You survived things you thought would destroy you. You endured storms that were designed to shape you, not break you. You rebuilt yourself again and again. Even when your heart was exhausted, you kept moving. Even when you weren't sure where you were going, you showed resilience that you don't even give yourself credit for. And now, finally, the season is shifting. Not in the future, not someday, right now. This is the moment where everything begins to align. And I'm not saying this because it sounds beautiful or comforting. I'm saying it because there are signs all around you that your spirit has already noticed, even if your mind hasn't caught up. You've been feeling different lately, a bit detached from old patterns, old cycles, old people, old habits that used to hold your attention. You've been feeling quieter inside, almost like something in you is clearing space for something new. The things that once irritated you don't have the same power anymore. The things that once defined you no longer feel like part of your identity. You can sense that something is ending, even if you can't explain it. And let me tell you, you're not imagining it. You're being repositioned. There are certain seasons where God doesn't just bless you. He relocates you spiritually, emotionally, mentally, even physically. He removes you from what drains you. He disconnects you from what delays you. He reveals the truth about people, about situations, about intentions. And suddenly, things that used to be comfortable begin to feel too small. People you used to tolerate begin to feel energetically heavy. Opportunities that used to excite you start to feel misaligned. Why? Because your spirit is outgrowing the environment that was once familiar. This is why you're here. This is why your heart pulled you toward this message, because you're stepping into a season where God is not just answering your prayers, He is reshaping your identity. You're not meant to walk into the next chapter as the version of yourself that survived. You are walking into it as the version of yourself that was reborn. There is a difference, a profound one. You see, the old you fought for love. The new you attracts love. The old you craved validation. The new you walks in truth. The old you chased opportunities. The new you becomes the opportunity. The old you settled. The new you knows your worth. The old you survived by shrinking. The new you grows by shining. You have gone through a metamorphosis that most people around you don't even understand. They still think they know you, but they don't. They know the version of you that existed in the past season, the version that carried wounds, confusion, guilt, self-doubt, fear, hesitation, or insecurity. But that is not who you are anymore. A spiritual elevation has taken place inside you. It happened slowly, quietly, subtly, over weeks, months, maybe even years. You didn't notice the exact moment it shifted, but suddenly you look around and realize, I don't think the same anymore. I don't react the same anymore. I don't want the same things anymore. I don't belong where I used to belong. This is evidence of inner resurrection, a rebirth of identity, a return to your divine essence. And with every inner transformation comes outer transformation. Reality begins to adjust itself around who you've become. This is why certain connections have faded. This is why certain things felt like they fell apart. This is why you lost people you thought would stay forever. This is why doors closed that you desperately wanted open. This is why you were redirected, slowed down, or isolated. Nothing was punishment. It was alignment, divine alignment. God was not removing things from your life. He was removing things that were blocking the life He is trying to give you. Everything that left had to leave. Everything that stayed was meant to stay. Everything that hurt shaped you. Everything that felt unfair refined you. Everything that confused you taught you. Everything that broke you rebuilt you. You've been evolving into a version of yourself that now carries the capacity to walk into the blessings, opportunities, relationships, and purpose that await you. This is why your spirit is awakening. This is why your intuition is sharper. This is why you're more grounded. This is why you feel called to silence, to peace, to reflection. This is why you're more connected to God than ever before. You're not entering a new season. You're entering a new identity. And with this identity comes clarity. Clarity about what you deserve. Clarity about what you can no longer tolerate. Clarity about who you want to be. Clarity about the life you want to build. Clarity about what matters to your soul. But with clarity also comes responsibility. Because God does not elevate you just to elevate you. He elevates you to use you. To become a vessel, a light, a testimony, a guide for others who are still lost in storms that you survived. You are not blessed just for yourself. You are blessed to become a blessing. This is why the next chapter of your life is going to feel different, not chaotic, not overwhelming, but purposeful. You are going to wake up with a new sense of direction. You are going to feel strength where you once felt weakness. You are going to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You are going to feel guided instead of confused. You're going to walk with confidence instead of fear. Because the presence of God is not just around you, it is within you. And when God lives within you, fear becomes powerless. You will begin to notice signs, doors opening out of nowhere, people coming into your life with good intentions, ideas flowing effortlessly, inner peace replacing anxiety, synchronicities confirming your path. You will notice that you're becoming more discerning. You will stop forcing things. You will stop begging for love. You will stop apologizing for being who you truly are. You will stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Your voice will gain strength. Your boundaries will tighten. Your intuition will sharpen. Your energy will expand. Your faith will deepen. And that is when your blessings will unfold. Not because you performed for them. Not because you chased them. Not because you pretended to be strong. But because you finally became aligned. There is no blessing more powerful than alignment. Aligned with your purpose. Aligned with your truth. Aligned with your Creator. Aligned with your highest self. When you become aligned, everything that belongs to you begins to flow toward you naturally. Not rushed, not forced, not manipulated, just aligned. The right people, the right opportunities, the right timing, the right abundance, the right wisdom, the right peace. This is what you're walking into. A life where what is meant for you cannot be delayed, taken, ruined, or replaced. A life where everything you lost returns in a new form, healed, purified, multiplied. A life where your past does not haunt you anymore because you realize that every scar carries a story of survival, not shame. A life where your purpose becomes clearer than your fears. A life where you wake up feeling guided, protected, empowered, and deeply loved by God. This next era of your life is not about struggle. It is about stability, not about confusion, but about clarity. Not about pain, but about purpose. And yes, there will still be challenges. Life does not magically become perfect, but you will be equipped to face every challenge with wisdom, strength, and divine protection. Your armor has changed. Your spirit has matured. Your perspective has shifted. Your relationship with God has deepened. You are no longer who you were, and because of that, your life will no longer be what it was. The next doors you walk through will feel different. You will recognize opportunities that your old self would have ignored. You will connect with people who match your integrity. You will attract peace that cannot be shaken. You will manifest blessings that once felt impossible. You are becoming the version of yourself that you prayed for years ago. The version that God has been carving, shaping, molding in silence, and now, finally, it is time for your life to reflect the truth of who you've become. Your season has shifted. Heaven is moving on your behalf. What once felt delayed is now being accelerated. What once felt heavy is being lifted. What once felt impossible is opening. What once felt broken is being restored. What once felt lost is returning. Walk into this new chapter boldly. Walk into it with faith. Walk into it with gratitude. Walk into it knowing that everything you went through was preparing you for everything you're about to receive. This is your time. This is your alignment. This is your transformation. This is your elevation. This is your rebirth. And nothing, not fear, not doubt, not your past, not your mistakes, not the opinions of others, can stop what God has already set in motion. You are stepping into a life that reflects your worth, your truth, and your purpose. And from today forward, everything changes. Welcome to your new season.